Alright, so this is my second attempt on trying to film this video. So this video is going to be a story time video, and this story is actually my embarrassing Coachella story. Alright, let me begin. So last year, I went to Coachella with Uriel, my best friend Cassandra, and her boyfriend, and it was our first time going, so we were pretty pumped, and we decided to go through with the camping. We might as well do the whole like Coachella experience, first time kind of thing, so we ended up doing that. So how Coachella works, if you're camping, you are allowed to arrive there Thursday to the campgrounds, and it's considered day 0. So our plan was to leave Wednesday night after I got home from work. We were just gonna pack our shit and just go. So that's what we did. But we got a notification saying that there was a windstorm and they were not gonna be letting people in on Thursday, that we had to wait till Friday at 3 a.m. We were so pumped, so we were just like, you know what? Let's just go. So I ended up picking them all up because we took my mom's backup GMC that we normally take for traveling long distances, because it's spacey, whatever. I'm taking the wheel and I decide to just drive. So since I knew we weren't gonna be able to get inside the campgrounds arriving there like how we initially planned, I was gonna stop at Los Angeles, not too far from Indio. So I drive to Los Angeles from home non-stop. Like, I didn't stop for any gas, no brakes, nothing. By the time we arrived, it was like almost 5 in the morning. We didn't know where to go. I think they were all asleep. I ended up picking a really sketch Little Caesars empty parking lot. We literally pulled up and we covered our windows with blankets and we just napped. We didn't park until 6 a.m. and we didn't get up until like 9. We ended up spending most of Thursday in Los Angeles. You know, we walked around like the callejones, just trying to kill time. Eventually it became like around 5 p.m. and we're like, hey, we should probably start heading out. So we did. Traffic in Los Angeles was heavy. Cassandra ended up taking the wheel, and we got there probably like around 7, almost 8. We ended up hitting up the nearest Walmart to the Coachella festival, which is the Walmart that all the Coachella goers hit up, you know, to stock up on stuff, you know, all the goods. And when we got there was a bunch of people just like chilling in the parking lot. They had like their lawn chairs out, just kind of waiting and just trying to kill time so we can like start going inside the campgrounds. You know, after we got all our stuff, we're like, we should grab a bite to eat somewhere before we start getting in line to get into the campgrounds. So we did. We ended up picking a Mexican restaurant. So just a little side note, I am lactose intolerant. I really should be careful whenever I am out. I should really avoid eating any dairy, because then it just turns into a whole shit show, like literally. I didn't really care at that moment, and I was like, it's gonna be fine. By the time we're done eating, I'm gonna take a nap, so it shouldn't affect me. I ended up sharing some of their carne asada fries that they served there with Uriel, which had lots of cheese in it and lots of sour cream on them. And I was just like, it should be fine, it's fine. Nothing will happen. I'll use the restroom before we go. It should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. No. We ended up leaving the restaurant and we were like, you know what? Let's just get in line. It was the longest line I've ever been in. The traffic wasn't moving. So my best friend and her boyfriend, they were sitting in the back. I was in the passenger seat and Uriel was driving, since he was the one that got the most sleep out of all of us. I was running on like maybe 4 hours of sleep. I ended up knocking out. There's a guy walking by right now. So awkward. I fell asleep while we were waiting in line to get into the campgrounds. At one point, Uriel wakes me up because there was a cop coming and I didn't have a seatbelt on because I was asleep and I wanted to be comfortable and the traffic wasn't moving, so I figured it should be fine. But he was concerned. I woke up, put my seatbelt on, and not only did I wake up, my immune system woke up too. So not even like 3 minutes, boom, it happens. I have the feeling of needing to go number 2, and it's not the pretty number 2, it's the bad number 2. I was literally gonna cry. There was nothing but road and a lot of fencing, no buildings nearby, no porta potties in sight, nothing. I started panicking. I was telling him, what do I do? What do I do? And he started freaking out too because he didn't know what to tell me, because obviously there was no restrooms in sight. So I literally like started to tear up, and I was like, you know what, I'm leaving. I opened the car door and I bursted out. I started speed walking to the, I felt like I was running, but I'm pretty sure I was just speed walking, and I was going from like post to post, and I was asking them, is there restrooms nearby? And they were all telling me no. I'm pretty sure I went up to like 3 or 4 different securities, and they all told me no, you need to return back to your car, you can't be walking here, or you can get fined for it by the cops. And I was like, you don't understand, I need to use a restroom right now. One of them even told me to just pop a squat. So as soon as I was about to give up hope, and you know, I was fully mentally prepared to just pop a squat and just, you know, die of embarrassment, like full-on embarrassment to the point where I don't want to show my face to the world anymore, I was like, I'm gonna go to the next security, might as well. So I asked him, do you guys have a porta potty or any restroom nearby? I really need to go. I was like, please tell me you can help me out. And he told me, you know what, I really wish I can help. I know it sucks, and I really wish I had a golf cart to just take you to like our nearest restroom, but unfortunately I can't. I have to stay posted here. And I was like, please don't tell me that. At this point, I didn't even know where my car was anymore. I kept walking and walking, and then he told me, he's all like, go to the next 2 posts, there should be a bunch of porta potties there. He's like, you're probably gonna have to get off, and your car's probably gonna have to keep moving, but you know, if you really need to go, that's your option. He's like, it's right after the stop sign. So I was like, okay, thanks. And he was the only one that was able to give me that answer when everyone else could have gave me that same answer. He was the only one who did. So I run back to the car. My friends are all like, what's going on? Why is she out of the car? And Yuria had explained she really needs to use the restroom. They brought out the Pepto. I told them, you know what, we have to call all these people at the stop. So we got out of line, we went up to the stop sign, and we literally cut in front of like the person who was, you know, the next person to go after the stop sign. Finally, I see the porta potties, and I was like, oh my god. I just ran to the porta potty and did my thing, and oh my god. Okay, so I forgot to mention that after I finally used the restroom or porta potty in this case, I went back onto the road trying to locate my friends and the car, but they were nowhere to be seen. So I figured they kept moving along with the line, and my phone was dead, so there was like no way I can contact them. So I started walking along the road, and I came to a street corner, and I turned right, and as soon as I turned right, I instantly spotted them because they were pulled over on the side of the road, pretty much waiting for me. So I finally got into the car, and then we just continued, and we finally like reached the entrance. And as soon as we got in there, the first thing I spotted was like hundreds and hundreds of porta potties. Anyways, back to the video. I don't know, I guess we can all learn a thing or two from me. If you know you're lactose intolerant and you're out and about, don't eat dairy. And number 2, just always have your lactase enzyme pills. So that is it for my story. I figured since it's Coachella season, I might as well film this. And here I am eating super nachos from La Victoria's, aka La Vic's, which I have never tried before, and by the way, they are so bomb. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys are going to Coachella, have fun. And if you haven't seen my Coachella after movie from last year, I will link it in the description below. I am not going this year. We'll see in the future. But yeah, bye guys.